Well, welcome. This is Dr. Joan Hangarter. I'm here with my beloved friend, Kathryn Keats, who's got an amazing story to tell. She escaped from a very violent and abusive relationship and had to take an assumed identity. And we're sharing this story because it's part of creating an awareness that to survive and thrive and leave a relationship, a woman shouldn't have to put her entire life at risk. And Kathryn's come to share her story tonight a little bit and to support baby Samantha.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. And thank you for having this benefit.
Well, tell me a little bit about how, I know you had a very violent time, but how could the community or friends or family have helped you?
I think, just to cut to the chase, I think the way that I could have been helped is to be educated. And had I known really to look for certain signs as a very young person so that I could pre-qualify love and move in the other direction when a red flag came up, I think it would have helped me avoid what I absolutely knew nothing about.
Would you have would you have not gotten involved had you known that you could escape and leave?
Yeah, yes, until but not after I was already in and my ego had been torn down and torn away and I lost the strength to pull myself out. So, yes, I believe had I really understood really truly about what could come down with this kind of situation.
You know, we talk about awareness. I work with a lot of women. I do readings. I help them build up their inner strength. And I do have to say that helping a woman leave an abusive relationship is a major ordeal. Because first of all, the woman herself won't admit it. It takes years to admit it. You have to admit that it really takes years to really figure out you're in trouble.
Not to mention that if you admit it, you are absolutely compromising your protector, who is also your captor, who is also your abuser, and keeps your lifeline going. So it's a very confusing situation, much like Stockholm Syndrome, which we really don't look at in this country. But once you're in, you are tied into the person in such a way that it is virtually impossible to get out. So back to what you said, what could people do to help me? What happened for me was someone came to me and they took me and they physically said, "You are leaving this relationship." And they walked out. Now, I was lucky that worked, but it was so dire at the moment that it had to work or I would be dead.
Wow. Okay. So, and I say that there's an interim phase where the woman doesn't even believe her friends who are her allies suddenly become her enemies while she's protecting the abuser. But then they're the lifeline because you can't lose them, right? At the moment when you're finally ready to say, okay, I understand, I gotta go.
Yeah. Well, all of a sudden the heat goes on, and you can't get you can't get out. It's not black and white. There's so much gray in the issue and in every single person's issue, as we know. It's very, very complex. It's so complex.
I know. And one of the things I love, Kathryn, is you've been singing recently, your new songs, your new albums. What's the latest one?
Listening.
Listening, okay. Listening to your intuition, huh? Knowing when it's right and wrong.
Yes, and there's some actual literal meaning, just really listening, absolutely listening.
So this is Kathryn Keats from After the Silence and Listening. I'm so pleased you're here tonight helping, and we're going to do a lot of work together. I have so many events for us now. You have no idea, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
My heart and my prayers are with the Keller family, and if anyone needs me for anything, I'm here. Just pick up the phone or email, or you can get to me with Joan.
So let's put an end to domestic violence in this county. I just really feel like the women in this county should not have to be afraid of their lives when they say no to a relationship.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's say no.
Let's start educating. Start educating, definitely.
Thank you.